Good evening, bonsoir, bienvenue à la réunion publique du 15 janvier. Welcome to the regular public meeting on January 15th. Please rise for the national anthem. We'd also like to acknowledge territorial acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge the City of Bathurst as the essential homeland of the Mi'kmaq. Today, these lands are homes to a diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. We also acknowledge with respect the diverse histories and culture of the Mi'kmaq in this region. Nous reconnaissons avec respect l'emplacement de la ville de Bathurst en tant que terre ancestrale du peuple Mi'kmaq. Aujourd'hui, ces terres sont hôtes d'une population diverse, comprenant personnes natives du territoire et autres patries. Nous reconnaissons aussi avec respect l'histoire et les diverses cultures du peuple Mi'kmaq de la région. Right, so we are going to go to the adoption of the agenda, l'approbation de l'ordre du jour. Ms. Parker?
Que l'ordre du jour soit approuvé comme présenté.
Parfait. May I have someone to move? Councillor Hondas, second by Councillor LeBlanc. Ready for the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Ms. Parker, do we have any declaration of conflict of interest?
There were no conflicts of interest declared.
Okay. On va aller à l'approbation du procès verbal, séance ordinaire publique tenue le 18 décembre 2023. Ms. Parker.
Que le procès verbal de la séance ordinaire publique datée du 18 décembre 2023 soit approuvé comme distribué.
Parfait. Est-ce que je peux avoir quelqu'un pour conseiller Willett, appuyé par conseiller Branch? Vous prêt pour la question? Tous en faveur signifiant en disant oui. Oui. Contre? Motion adoptée. We are going to go to resolutions. Résolutions en bloc. Est-ce qu'on en a, Mme Parker?
Il n'y a pas de résolution en bloc.
Okay. Public and administrative presentation. We have a presentation, 2024 Bathurst Harvest Festival Corvette event by Evelyn Volater et Marc Willett. Vous avez le podium si vous voulez.
Good, Google. Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the Council. My name is Mark Willett. This is Evelyn Volater. Thank you for this opportunity. We are members of the Moncton Corvette Club as well as the Nova Scotia one and the St. John one. During the summer, we attend several municipal festivals that have an antique car show and a Corvette display element of it. 2 years ago, we attended the Bathurst Harvest Fest car show with 3 Corvettes, and we decided to try to incorporate a Corvette section in the Bathurst Harvest show, as they do in other cities in the Maritimes. Our small group promoted the Bathurst throughout the year, resulting in one of the biggest gatherings of Corvette enthusiasts in the Maritimes. We had a Friday night meet and greet at the 13 Barrels with approximately 100 participants, catered by Pizza Delight, and we was a great success and gave us an opportunity to display the waterfront. Saturday, we had 72 Corvettes registered with over 140 people discovering the Bathurst and shopping downtown, eating in the local restaurants. After the car show, we paraded downtown to Petit Rocher, stopping at Lonsbury's for a group photo. The evening was a supper at the Bootlegger for 60 of the members, the maximum capacity of that restaurant at the time. The other members went to other restaurants in town and enjoyed the downtown during that evening. We put a plan together to bring people to Bathurst, and it turned out bigger and better than we ever imagined. As it turns out, Bathurst has set a new standard for Maritime Corvette Club events. This did benefit the local economy, bars, and the restaurants. Over 50 hotels rooms were booked for 2 nights. After all expenses were paid, we were able to donate $925 to the Bathurst Homeless Shelter. September 2024 is on every Corvette Club's calendar as a must-attend. At the annual Nova Scotia Corvette Club annual meeting in December, the president announced that if anybody was booking a trip, Bathurst is the event to attend. Many of these people had never been to Bathurst or the area, but now are coming back and promoting the event. We have people coming from all over New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, as far as Yarmouth, PEI. We have a group that from Quebec, the Gaspé. We also expect a group, actually they just confirmed hotel rooms this week from Maine.
Bar Harbor.
Bar Harbor. As of today, we expect between 70 and 80 cars for this year. The Best Western is completely booked with 55 rooms, and as well as 25 rooms secured at the Quality Inn. This year, what we'd like to do on Friday is a private event, a meet and greet at the 13 Barrels from 6 to 9:30. Last year, the meet and greet wasn't a private event. A section was reserved for our group, but didn't accommodate the group appropriately and create a few uncomfortable moments. So this year, we'd like to have that private event. We feel that a private event is needed to properly host that group. On Saturday, the car show on the waterfront in the same parking lot as we did last year, and that was supplied to us by the city, and the 13 Barrels, and possible parade through town. Supper at the marina with bus transporting people back and forth from hotels and the marina. This will promote the safe driving, and after anybody consumes anything, then they will not be driving around town. We're here tonight to ask for your support to cover some of the costs associated with this activity. One, the thing we'll need is the bags as we got last year, the Bathurst tourist bags. We'd like also to have a tourist brochure for the area in it, a pen with the City of Bathurst marked on it, and maybe a pin if it's possible. Most of these bags that we get at every event are supplied with a city pin in different places, Yarmouth and Moncton and different places. And we put all the goodies in that bag, and we hand it out to the registries, people that register when they arrive. That's given to them with all a bunch of goodies in it. The second thing is a bus service from the motels to the marina, the 4 trips. This promotes a safe and pleasant stay in our town with no one driving after consuming any alcohol. This service is provided by Voyage Ola Tours at a cost of $920. We also need some signage and trophies for the people, or for the car show, and that's supplied by Vision Sign at a cost of $920 also. And the last thing is the 13-barrel rental fees, which are $1,725 for the evening to have a private event. So the total is $3,550. And all of the other expenses like food and entertainment and so on is all supplied by the registration fees as well as the individual participating in the show. And that's it. Do you have any questions?
Questions, comments? Councilor Burnett?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Really enjoyed the show last year. Being a car person, the quality of the vehicles that you brought to town, unbelievable. That the Corvette that is now being produced, it's mind-blowing, the technology that's in them today, and you brought them all to town. Good for you. When do you need the funding?
As soon as possible, because if we don't, we have to know how much we're going to have to try to organize and plan the budget ahead. And it all depends too on the registration fee. So we don't have much money from sponsors. We'll have to charge more for the registration fees. Okay. So whenever you think it would be right, if you do agree to give us something, it's up to you guys. We're not going to rush anything, but as soon as possible would be, at least we would know what you would get, so we can secure the 13-barrel for the private event and secure the bus. Silvio Roy, I think, is the guy,
Yes, yeah.
And it needs to be confirmed, so to make sure, because it's going to do trips back and forth from the Best Western to the marina, back maybe 2-3 trips, because we expect about 70, maybe between 70 and 80 cars, so it's 2 person per car usually. So it's about 160 people. So it only fits 54 in the bus, so he will have to do a couple of trips. Yeah. And beside that, he has to stop at the Quality Inn because the Best Western is already all booked, and the registrations is not even out yet. It's only mouth to mouth. And I'm expecting quite a bit more, maybe too much, but we'll see. We have to make sure that we have enough hotels and enough place like for the restaurant and that. So.
Yeah.
Great, and I heard last year so many good comments about being on the water. They couldn't
yes.
get over the beauty of Bathurst. I know we take it for granted sometimes, but going down for the marina, excellent drive, and that's excellent there. So, Madam Mayor, when would the funds be starting for the tourism levy fund? We're starting a new year. Is there money still in the budget there, or do we have to wait a certain amount of time for that funding to work itself into play?
No, Mr. Pettigrew, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're starting 2024 and we would be good to go.
Yeah,
Thank you, Worship. Yeah, so it's not transferable, so starting in January, it's a new year, so whenever the fees start to come in the new year in 2024.
yeah, because I would certainly support this, and that levy fund seems to be the proper way to go, but I'll wait.
That's what it's meant for, yes.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
So we are lit up a bit everywhere. Councilor Knowles?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thanks for to your committee for bringing this event to our city. It's very important. It's nice to see the hotel rooms are going to be booked for next year already.
Yeah.
That funds our tourism levy. These are the type of events we need to bring to our city. So we're helping ourselves, and we're exposing people that haven't been to our area before to come to our city. And that's what it's all about. So really nice. You're building nicely, so I'm sure we can support this in some fashion.
May I add something?
Yep.
Ivan Hines is the president of the Club of Nova Scotia, and they have, I think, 300 members or more. And he went to a provincial meeting, and at the provincial meeting, he got up and he said, if you have to choose one event, because every Corvette club makes events like, in the summer, they got like activities and stuff like that. He said, if you have to choose one, he said, choose Bathurst. more than half, maybe more than half of those people never been to Bathurst. And when they came here, they said the venue on the waterfront, the greeting of the people and all that, they were so surprised, and when they left, they almost begged us, the four of us, to make it again this year, because we were not sure we we're going to make it again, because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of commitment, and we're just four, Mark and his wife and me and Philip. So,
Yeah.
but the people were so happy that we're going to do it again.
Okay. So any other questions? So I'm just out of, oh, okay, yeah. Councillor Hondas?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councillor Scary just mentioned, what was the date again, September 24th?
The 20th to the 22nd. The 20th is a Friday night. The
Juste
first
avant la
is on
chasse
the
à l'orignal,
21st.
comme ça.
Pardon?
Juste avant la chasse à l'orignal.
Ben, c'est ça. C'est la semaine avant, tu peux pas aller à la chasse à l'orignal.
Non,
If it
mais
wasn't your plane, you can't go.
comme mes collègues l'ont dit, c'est un gros remerciement. Je sais que ça prend beaucoup d'ouvrages, tu as partie d'un petit comité. Je suis certain qu'on peut vous aider d'une façon ou d'une autre. Sur votre wish list, comme qu'ils disent, c'est-tu d'avoir le 3000...
Oui, ce serait notre wish list.
OK. Quand je les pines et les plumes, je peux garantir, là, mais l'argent, je peux pas. Là, mais c'est une bonne activité pour la région. Puis un gros merci à vous tous.
Ben, merci.
Councillor Scary?
Basically, it's just the date, trying to confirm the date, but definitely is,
The 20th to
yeah.
the 22nd.
no. Did see the cars around town last year, and it definitely is something that will promote our area, and, you know, the more people that we have coming to our city and discovering what a gem we have here, what we take for granted, a lot of times, a lot of people would pay big money to see it. So here's the opportunity for them and for us to promote our city in a very positive light. Thank you for doing the job that you're doing. It takes a lot of it takes the volunteers, hopefully a lot, but a lot of times it always seems that it falls on just a few people. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and thanks for being great ambassadors for our city.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. So what we'll do is, because tourism levy is different from the grant is you meet with the committee. Tourism is a bit different. We'll give you a chance to look into it. When we meet at our next public meeting, we will bring it back and we will discuss during public meeting the amount. And if you want to come back just to answer any questions in case, that's why I'm giving you the opportunity
Yes.
for any questions that may be answered.
Yep.
Okay? All right, and we will follow up with you, so it'll be soon. It'll be
Okay.
in the
Thank
next
you
few
very
weeks.
much. Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
On s'en va sur les finances. Total des comptes fournisseurs pour le mois de décembre 2023. Ms. Parker.
That the accounts payable totals, including payroll for the month of December 2023, be approved as follows. Operating, $2,186,294. Capital, $453,416. For a total of $3,817,814.
All right, may I have someone to move it? Councillor Burnett, seconded by Councillor Scary. Ready for the question? Oh, before I go to questions, sorry, I'm going to go to Mr. Pettigrew. I'm a little bit rusty for a couple of weeks off.
I get to
was
try
jumping
out,
by it.
get to try out my new Christmas glasses here. Anyway, figured it was time. Accounts payable for December 2023 under the Capital Fund, AWI received a payment of $353,338 for filter service and media replacement at our water treatment plant. RH Fournette received a payment of $36,915 for combined sewer reduction. Black & McDonald received a payment of $20,845 for lift station emergency generators. Roy Consultants Limited received a payment of $42,318 for consulting services on different capital projects for a total of $453,416 in the capital fund. In the operating fund, New Brunswick Municipal Finance Corp. received a payment of $1,209,178 for repayment of debentures for long-term borrowing. Minister of Finance received their payment for various Minister of Finance payments for different departments of $62,791. St. Isidore Asphalt received a payment of $29,458 for patching for various streets throughout the city. Soft Choice LP received a payment of $45,662 for Office 365 renewal for IT. Seascape Landscaping received a payment of $24,404 for waterfront bakery repairs. NB Power received a payment of $166,443 for electricity. Bell Mobility received a payment for TMR system licenses of $29,937. Irving Energy received a payment of $36,896 for bulk diesel and oil. Andre Taylor Limited received a payment of $22,702 for police uniforms. Clovis Septic Services received a payment of $19,363 for wastewater treatment plant, clean the sludge pit, public works building clean out as well. Bathurst Tire Sales and Services received a payment of $18,713 for winter tires and installs. Other recurring payments of $526,000 include annual control, repair supplies, promoter settlements for tickets, for a total of $2,186,294. Total payroll for 4 pay periods was $1,178,104, for a total in December of $3,817,814. That's my report, Your Worship.
Thank you. All right, Councillor Burnett.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Through you to our city manager. The monies for repairing the building down on the waterfront, is that insurable? Well, that was caused by a fire, I think, by the tenant that happened there. And will there be insurance money coming back to the city for that?
Thank you, Worship. Yeah, we're in discussions with different departments, so I don't have an update yet, but we're still working on it, so,
Okay, but the building is usable again?
yes.
Great, thank you.
All right, no other question? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. On va sur l'arrêté municipal 2024-03, a bylaw designating portion of roads within the city of Bathurst as accessible to off-road vehicle. Ms. Parker.
That the proposed bylaw 2024-03, entitled "A Bylaw Designating Portions of Roads Within the City of Bathurst as Accessible to Off-Road Vehicles," shall be read 3 times by title as per requirements specified in Local Governance Act, Section 15(3), and that the above-mentioned proposed bylaw may be examined by contacting the city clerk during regular office hours, and that the above-mentioned proposed bylaw shall be posted to the City of Bathurst website and Facebook page as per the Local Governance Act, Section 71C, and that the purpose of the aforementioned proposed bylaw is to designate more city roads allowing off-road vehicles more access within the city. Be it resolved that the proposed bylaw 2024-03, entitled "A Bylaw Designating Portions of Roads Within the City of Bathurst as Accessible to Off-Road Vehicles," be read for the first time by title.
All right, may I have a mover? Councillor Knowles, seconded by Councillor Branch. Do we have any questions? Councillor Burnett?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Where is this going to be posted so people know where the roads are that they can use and I guess the ones they can't use? It's pretty well laid out in the mapping that I see in our presentation, but how does the general public get to see that and know if they're on the right route or not the right route to get from one side of town to the other, for example?
All right, Mr. Pettigrew?
Thank you, Your Worship. This is the first part for the reading. We'll be submitting this request to the province. They will review it if there's any changes or modifications. Once the second and third readings are completed and the signage is installed, Quad NB has a map with all the locations where all the trails are. It's the responsibility of the club to make sure that the signage is up and things are in place, but it's up to them to notify the residents. We will post that and share that information on our website once they receive it or once it's available, but it's up to the Quad NB to indicate where the trails are, because there's multiple trails, multi-season, summer trails, winter trails, so they have that all indicated on their trail system.
Has there been any attempt to get together the 3 associations, the quad, the snowmobile, and the bikes, walkers, together in the same room at a table to try to sort this out again? Because I've been approached. These side-by-sides and 4x4s are costing more than my vehicle, and they want to get through the city. They want to use trails, and sometimes they question again about the shared trails, which was a real touchy subject because I was on the bike trail committee for a long time. So how can we sort of spark this again to get the 3 groups together? Because it is good for the economy. It is good to have the snowmobiles out there right now because it makes it able to walk on, by having them there. But it's to get everybody on the same page. Is there a champion like Councillor Hondas has both toys? Maybe he might be a good man to look at something like that, Nice guy giving you a job.
I think the Skidoo trails have their own,
Yeah.
and I know that in the summer months, the I call the ATV or the side-by-side use some of the Skidoo trails, and then they have their trails. So the trails are pretty lined up pretty good. I think there's just certain walking trails that some ATVs are using, and I haven't heard a lot of complaints You know, and again, I know that at the time when we were counselors, they were adamant to not have people on the walking trail using this side by side, but I have not used and heard anything. Mr. Pettigrew?
Thank you, Worship. There are some trails that are designated as non-motorized, but we'll go through Mr. Abernathy. He will be able to provide us a little more information on.
Perfect. Mr. Abernathy?
Thank you, Worship. There was some work done recently with all three groups in order to secure kind of for everybody to kind of stay in their lane on the section between Atlantic Coast and Beresford. That's really the only section that needs to be shared. Everything else has their own separate ways. There's going to be a little bit of discussion over the next probably year or two about how to get the ATVs into the Quality Inn area as well, because the snowmobiles currently have access there, and there needs to be a separate trail there. It's a pretty significant safety risk. So as far as collaboration between all of the groups, that went quite well when it needed to happen. Right now, I don't really think there's a situation that we need that to happen because everybody kind of has their lane.
Okay.
But from experience, it was certainly a challenge to get the groups together, but everything did work out, I think, in the end to get that settled. So.
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Councillor Hondas?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd love to be the person to help with that. I know we've been trying to do that since 2016. We've had a lot of heated discussions over that, where the walking non-motorized trail and the motorized trail meet and stuff, and not always easy. I know that there's dates also where some of the non-motorized trails fall into this Caddour's hands after a certain date, I believe. So technically, the walkers aren't supposed to be on the trail, and vice versa during the summertime, which is fine. But I think once we get this done for the ATVs, I think they'll have more roads. They won't have to take these trails, so I think that might alleviate. But I would welcome a conversation between all three groups, because I think it would work so well for funding, financing, building bridges that we need to do eventually. I think there's going to be a lot of that going on there. So talks aren't always easy, but Councillor Willett, I believe you have a side-by-side too, so I can't do this alone, but Mayor Chamberlain, I believe your husband has one, so
Yeah,
I think,
he has one.
I think this could be a group effort, and I think it can make it happen. It just, like Councillor Burnett said, it's just a great add on to our city to let these people come in, because they'll leave here and they'll go to Trackety and they'll go to the Tim Hortons, and you drive by sometimes and it's full of ATVs, so it would be nice to have the same issue here, so I don't see why we can't do it.
All right. Perfect. Councillor Scary?
Just further to that, I know when I attended the Chaleur Active Living meeting here not that long ago, one of the discussions was in regards to hoping that they were able to get the bike people together, the public for using walking trails, the four-wheelers, and the snowmobile clubs together. So I think if we were to try to make something happen, definitely could reach out to them. They have some ideas how they'd like to see things happen, and I think if we were to have open communication between all those involved, it's definitely something that can be worked on and make it happen.
Perfect. Okay, well, try to move forward with that one. So we'll go to the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carried. We'll go to 8.11, first reading of bylaw 2024-03. Ms. Parker.
We're on the second reading.
Oh, second reading. Oh, it says first reading here. Okay, we're on the second reading, sorry. Okay.
That bylaw 2024-03 entitled a bylaw designating portions of roads within the city of Bathurst as accessible to off-road vehicles be read for the second time by title.
All right, may I have a seconder? Councillor Haldas, second by Councillor Scary. So moved by Councillor Haldas, second by Scary. Ready for the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carried. Draft resolution. So 9.1, Hoop Lasso Provincial Curling Club Championship. Ms. Parker.
That members of council approve a grant of $1,000 to the Hupaso Provincial Curling Club Championship from the tourism accommodation levy collected as discussed during the committee of the whole meeting held on December 11th, 2023.
All right, may I have a seconder? Or someone to move. Okay. LeBlanc and seconded by Scary. So this is just a follow-up of the $1,000 that we were looking for. Okay. So everybody going to the question. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carried. 9.2, P2023-02 politique sur la participation aux conférences, conseils, comités et commissions municipaux, perfectionnement professionnel et activités sociales. Madame Parker.
Whereas City Council wishes to ensure adequate representation and provide all council members an equal opportunity, and whereas it is the policy of the City of Bathurst to reimburse elected officials who are required to travel on city business, be it therefore resolved that members of council approve the modification of policy P 2023-02 entitled A Policy on Attending Municipal-Related Conferences, Boards, Committees, and Commissions, Professional Development, and Social Activities as attached hereto.
All right, may I have someone to move? Councillor Branch, second by Councillor Willett. Do you have any questions on this one? We're fine? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carried. 9.3, lift station 15, pump repair. Ms. Parker.
That the quote for repairing a pump at lift station number 15 be awarded to Modern Pumps and Metals for the amount of $11,610.82 plus tax to be paid from the Utility Capital Reserve Fund.
All right, may I have someone to move? Councillor LeBlanc, seconded by Councillor Knowles. Ready for the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carried. Items discussed in camera, Cities of New Brunswick Association and Union Municipalities of New Brunswick merger. Ms. Parker.
Be it resolved that members of council of the City of Bathurst support the proposed merger between CNBA and UMNB as outlined in the UMNB City's Proposal 2023 document as discussed in camera on December 11, 2023 pursuant to Section 68 of the Local Governance Act.
All right, may I have someone to move? Councillor Branch, second by Councillor Legacy. Ready for the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Items and information, reports from administration. Do we have any reports, Ms. Parker?
There are no reports.
Okay, do we have any committee reports?
There are no committee reports.
All right, and there will be no mayor report for this year, but maybe in the next meetings. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. Have a great evening.
Do you have to do the adjournment?
Oh, I have to do the adjournment. Jeez, and criminal. All right. Yeah, I got it down there. Okay, adjournment of the meeting. Ms. Parker.
That the regular public meeting be adjourned at 7:02 p.m.
All right. Moved by Councillor Hondas, seconded by Councillor Branch. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for being with us.